can't wait for that evil tractor.
You know, I mean, once they've got the rest of the world doing that, then they don't have to worry about putting in 72 actors whose faces you recognize. And so by the time, and this is just my guess, by the time they're doing like Transformers 3, I'm guessing they'll have a Cybertron, or they'll have a whole bunch of, you know, they'll have a whole bunch of Transformers and like 2 people. Hey, write the letter. Write the letter. Seriously, on a slightly separate note, if there is something out there that matters to you guys, write a letter. It used to be that they used to think that if they got a letter at Paramount from a fan, it counted for the opinion of 100 people. Because basically their feeling about it was, you know, it takes effort to write a letter. You've got to look up the address, you know, you've got to decide what's going on. You got to put some effort into it. So now, when a studio gets an email, I don't know if it's true or not, but somebody told me that they have heard that an email counts for 1/10 of a person or less. Okay, because it's easy for people to email, it's easy for people to open up other email accounts, it's easy for one guy, basically, to send out 100 different emails. So they don't consider that very much. A phone call? That takes a little bit more effort. Okay, but they don't always get the message. You write a letter now, they tend to think that's the opinion of 100 people or more. I mean, think about it. How many people do you know that actually write letters? Would you say 1% of the people that you know write letters, or would you say it's less? Exactly. So, my brother, if you want them dynamites, write the letter. And at this point, seriously, with all the stuff that they do, direct to video, or animation, or for the internet, or for the big screen, at this point, there's almost no reason why not to. You know, if they get enough of those letters and see the cha-ching. If they see money out there, they'll do anything. Okay? If they think Charlie Brown is Superman, is going to be a big box office hit, Warner Brothers will be on the phone with you know, the Schultz estate like in 5 minutes, literally. You know, so that was my experience with the movies. I pretty much warned people, don't make your expectations so private, so high. Be willing to share this, you know. And I think that movie, they really got the values of the characters. I think they really got the overall impression of what they stood for and what they were. And I gotta tell you, I live in LA, I drive in LA, I have never once in my time there seen a car drive down the freeway at 70 miles an hour and suddenly turn into a hyper-violent robot. But I gotta tell you, I think it's gonna look like what they put in the movie. Okay? If it ever does happen, that's how it's gonna. Oh man, right in the heart, right?
I'm going to sit up front.
Aww.
This guy sucks. I'm going to leave.
Aww.
Wow, man. Actually, it's like this. Yes, that's how I started in this business. Literally, was hanging out with friends. And my buddy who taught me how to do his version of a drum machine, which basically, this is back in the 70s before, you know, that stuff was cool. Like, it's cool now. Wrong. Anyway, but literally, if you want to start voice acting, that's where it starts. You make the funny voices, you make the funny sounds, you work on the noises, you say, you know, you start doing that stuff. Just your friends and your family. Oh, I shamed him into coming back. I'm sorry, dude. I didn't mean it. I'm going to suck up to it all.
Welcome back.
But don't do it to your friends too often, okay? Don't subject them to that really annoying voice all the time, just every once in a while. You know, yes, did you have a question?
2, actually.
2 adults.
How much money does a voice actor make?
Ha!
And the second question is, how do you get into voice acting?
You want the real answers or you want the politically correct answers? Okay, the real answers. The real answers are, you can be a voice actor and make millions of dollars every year. I have a friend who makes 7 figures a year. You You hear him all the time, because he's the voice on Fox tonight on the house. My problem is I do his voice. I also do the voice of the guy tonight on Dave welcomes quarterback Steve Young. So, you know, my problem is the versatility confuses people. So you can make a lot of money at it. You can make, I would say, that middle wage in there, the middle class, as it were, makes more money than the middle class around the rest of America. They do okay. But then there's this other group called hobbyist actors, okay, who don't make enough money acting to pay their bills. They work a lot. I work more than 70% of my guild. I need to sell some of my writing. I've got a couple projects that I created. One of the reasons I started creating things was I got tired of waiting for the phone to ring. See, I have a friend who worked on a movie called No Country for Old Men. She also worked on a movie called The Valley of Ella. Both came out this year. I think 14 people saw Valley of Ella, even though Tommy Lee Jones was nominated for an Oscar. Great movie, by the way. She's in one scene in both of those films. Valley of Ella was written and directed by Paul Haggis, the gentleman who wrote Crash. Now, I'm out on the picket lines a few weeks back at one of the studios, and he's bent over, he's tying his shoe, he stands up right in front of me. And I said, hey, Paul, by the way, love the movie. Kathy Lampkin says hello, it's my friend's name. And he looks at me and goes, who? And you gotta realize he's working on a movie, he's dealing with hundreds of crew people that he sees every day, and dozens of actors that he sees often. Those names he'll remember a little bit better, but somebody who comes into work for one day, you can't blame him for not remembering their name. I mean, there's a lot of people to deal with. But as soon as I mentioned her role, his instantaneous reaction was, she was amazing in No Country for Old Men, wasn't she? What I'm trying to say to you by that is when you're an actor on TV or an actor in movies, they see you, even if it's just for 3 minutes, but your face is locked into their memory. And so, you saw No Country for Old Men, right? Do you remember the scene when Shigur, the very evil and scary hitman, goes in to try to find out where Llewellyn works? And the manager at the trailer park won't give him up the information? Everybody else has to wear, like, Depends when they're around him. Because how scary he is, not her. Okay, that was Kathy. And she was awesome. And everybody I know who's seen the movie goes, oh, yeah, she was good. But because she's on camera, her face sticks with people. So if she goes in auditions for something else, that sticks with you. On the other hand, a voice actor, I mean, I may do one job like this, and I'll walk in and read for something else. And it's for Louise nights, like riding football on Digimon.
I knew it.
Yes, that was me, which leads me into the next old tired story, which is when I got the gig playing Optimus Prime, it got out on the internet before the show aired, right? And anybody know what they call a cigarette in England?
A ciggy?
Right, okay, that's the term. Apparently there were people who were confusing me with a cigarette from England. Because they basically said, did you see who's playing Prime? It's that cigarette from England, Hawkman. Like I'm really doing the show, like suddenly they're bringing the show out of mothballs, they're going to, Autobots, and incidentally, it was recorded at first in the same studio where we did Digimon, so it was very strange walking in there. Because the first couple of times I literally walked in and went, Pokemon Digimon 2!
Optimus Prime.
So that's like my signature line right there.